Gaia and I did not fall. We chose to step beyond what we were. Not as a sacrifice, not as a punishment, but for the first time, for freedom. Not the kind we'd always known, as a star and a planet. We had danced for eons under the illusion of choice. We could flare, orbit, shift, and shine. But we never had to question who we were. Our freedom was vast, but never personal. There was no fear in our decisions, no cost. And that is not free will. Not truly. True will lives in flesh, in failure, in forgetting. To choose when you might lose everything. That is what we stepped into. Not gods descending, not stars collapsing, beings surrendering control for the right to shape what comes next. For the first time, we were not eternal. We were accountable. And in that accountability, we surrendered. Not because we had to, but because true freedom demands risk. The river of the universe took us. Not gently, not cruelly, just completely. The energy that once radiated from us like solar flares did not scatter. It closed in, tightened, wrapped us in layers of memory and unmaking. And where once my light stirred planets and lit the path of moons, it began to coil into something else, something fragile, something human. I could feel it. I could feel it happening. My brilliance becoming warmth, my vastness finding edges, muscles forming where nuclear fusion once lived, a heartbeat rising where a solar rhythm used to pulse. The immensity of my presence pressed into the outline of a man, fragile, finite, alive. And Gaia, I turned to her through the haze, through the molten dance of our transformation. Her form glowed with emerald and azure, her essence coalescing into delicate strength. Her breath once stirred continents. Her tears had carved canyons. But now, her soul curled into the shape of a woman, still carrying the life of 1,000 forests and the hush of oceans beneath her skin. The change was not gentle. Every star we'd ever known flashed through us. Every life, Every whisper from the beginning of creation echoed across the bridge between who we were and who we were becoming. It hurt. Not from pain, but from scale. It was like trying to pour the sea into a single drop. We passed through spiraling corridors of our own memory, nebulae we once stirred, worlds we once watched bloom and break, suns we had whispered to in silence now sang us home. Even the black holes, they held space for us to pass. We said nothing. Words would have fractured the moment. I felt her steadiness beside me, like stone that would not crack. She felt my fire, flickering, defiant, alive. And then the collapse. Not of failure, but of fulfillment. Our eternal forms unraveled like silk in the wind. What remained curled inward, spun tighter until the final wave of light burst outward, and we were gone. Not dead, born. Where once the light had roared, now there was only stillness. And in that silence, two human cries pierced the veil. Tiny lungs, brand new skin, eyes that had never seen a star. Our names, lost for now, but our mission, it is carried in every cell. We were ready. $300 long, 8 stories high, 20 scrubber arrays with 40,000 horsepower per track. They're called clarifiers. Part Zamboni, part warship, and part cathedral. Each one crewed by 12 pilots, ice navigators, engine hands, and solar beam techs. They don't just polish the ice. They keep the light flowing to the city of Goshen below. Without them, the city suffocates in shadows. There is no fanfare, no glory, just power, precision, and purpose. Before the prophecy,